Alright, hopefully the mic is still good. We were playing with settings yesterday. Alright. What's up, everybody? Jen Say What here. Coming to you live. My camera lens was not on properly. Always a fucking hot mess over here. Hi, what's going on? Hi, Leia, how are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you last night too. Thanks for dropping in, hanging out with us. I know you were still there whenever I left. I was like, I need to get so much shit done. But anyways, how's it going? Everybody, welcome in. We are going to be talking news, current things happening. Maybe one day I'll stop talking politics, but not today. Not today. And we'll see if we can get some more trolls up in this motherfucker. Because I wasn't sure how that would go down. I just kind of ignored it. I still haven't looked at the messages. I think, like I did on stream for like a hot second, was like, I don't care. Hey, 22, how are you doing? So yeah, I was like, this is hilarious. And, I have to learn how to edit and, blur out, conversations because I just want to put that up on stream, but without like his messages up. So yeah, it was so funny. Oh, 28 years later. How was that? How was that? I haven't heard a thing about it. I'm really good about not seeing any kind of trailers or anything like that. So yeah. Oh, I'm doing well, 22. Thank you so much for asking. Yeah, 28 years later. I haven't heard anything about it. I haven't seen any trailers. Again, I'm really good at like not watching trailers because they normally have shit in them that I'm gonna like, it's gonna spoil it. So I try to not, unless it's something like Harley Quinn Birds of Prey. Like, I mean, that movie was ruined from the very moment they announced it. I was like, no matter what happens, I'm going to know the entire plot line. I'm going to know everything, every twist and turn by the time that this motherfucker comes out, because I'm making every single outfit. And by God, I did. There was only one outfit I was missing, and it was her tattooing herself on the couch. It's a split second, but I had those fucking shorts like that next week. Once that movie came out and I saw it, I was like, that's the only thing I'm missing. Like, all my friends that watched that movie, they were like, everything that she was wearing, we've already seen you in. So, like, it's fucking with us because she has your outfits on, not the other way around. And I'm like, God, I love that for you guys. It was incredible. Just as scary at 28 days. Nice. Yeah, 28 days was a pretty good franchise. So I'm glad to see that they're like continuing on that. Me, of course, like I'm a weird person. Hate zombie movies. I watched 28 Days. Was okay with it, but I was like, not watching anything else after this. Nope. No. Because, like, the problem with me is, like, I've also been in the healthcare field for too long. So, like, there's a lot of things that I typically know, and a lot of zombie stuff kind of rotates around healthcare. So in my knowledge, it kind of ruins a lot of it because I'm like, okay, zombies, they would last a week tops. Like a week tops. Nothing past that, because the body would deteriorate so badly within that week, especially with our current climate and our climate change, because we're not calling our representatives and fixing the problems that lead to us having, two earthquakes in New York 4 days apart. Tsunami hitting the West Coast because of another 8-point magnitude or whatever earthquake over in fucking Russia. So, I mean, call your reps. But zombies will not last past like a week because their body and their muscles will deteriorate too fast. And I'm just like, I can't. Every time I watch it, I'm like, that zombie wouldn't be moving the way it is. It's just impossible. Scientifically impossible. So yeah. It made you emotional. Oh. OG Harley Suicide Squad version. Hey, Takast, how are you doing? I have enough Harley shit that I have done multiple different OCs. I was doing for a while, and I haven't done it in a long time, and I should do it again. The next time I go to like a con that's not planned out completely. But I would post on my Instagram story a couple of options for the top, a couple of options for the bottoms, accessories. So like my Instagram would be the ones that would pick out the entire outfit. So it was always like, to me, that was like the most fun thing that I've ever done with cosplay. Like the people that have to be like a stickler for like the rules and be exactly like that character. Like I realize that it's so much fun to do something like that. And if you have enough shit for a character, you can have your followers and your friends and stuff pick out the outfit. And that to me was way more fun than anything else that I've done in the terms of like Harley and stuff like that. 28 Days it was about Rage Virus. Oh, was it? But they were kind of zombied though. Am I getting my zombie movies mixed up? 28 Days was with he played Scarecrow. Come on, Jen. Oh my god. Cillian Murphy. Cillian Murphy. Fuck. Cillian Murphy. I got there. Just wow. Wow. Oh wow. But it was with Cillian Murphy, right? The monkey bite. Oh yeah. So I did see that one. I thought like, how did I watch that entire thing and think it was a full ass zombie movie? I don't know, but yeah, zombie movies they don't do it for me. Can I get in the plain full cosplay? So the problem with that is like, it's okay. Going back like about a year ago or less than that. No, a year ago. My hair was like bleach blonde, falling out. Don't bleach your hair, everybody, for 10 plus years and expect that shit not to fall out, because that shit'll break right the fuck off at some point. I digress. So I was always cosplaying Harley Quinn, so I bleached my hair, had it dip dyed, the pink and blue. I do miss it. R.I.P. my hair. And I would get on a plane all the time, and I have a lot of red and black shit. Like, an exorbitant amount of red and black and green and purple. So, like, those two color combos, I have so much shit of that it's not even funny. So, unintentionally, I have done that. And then I can also do the voice, so, if people called it out, I'd be like, shh, don't tell Bats. I'm trying to be on a vacation. And they'd be like, so, like, things like that. So, technically, yes, I have been on a plane, but it was more unintentional, but it worked out, so yes, technically, but, I mean, would I get on a plane in anything other than that? Probably, no, because A, I don't want to deal with TSA, B, I don't want to deal with it if I'm traveling, like, because I'm already trying to get, like, from one place to another while having a drink stop. You gotta have your pre-game, your pre-flight drink. At least my ass does, because I'm freaked out to fly. So, green and purple is actually Joker's colors. But I realized something, last night whenever I was, like, doing some, like, social media videos or whatever, is that, my colors are green and purple. Green is like my hippie self and purple is like my goth self. And I'm like, oh, look at that. Both represented at all times. I get it now. So, in fact, like one of my logos, that I'm currently looking at is me as Scarecrow that's green. Behind, like directly behind me is Greg from Over the Garden Wall. If you're not familiar with it, we're getting into that territory, everybody. Watch Over the Garden Wall. Do it. Do it. Make yourself a little charcuterie board. Watch it. It's so good. But I have Greg right there behind me, and he's purple. And then I have Harley next to me who's red. So, like, and then I have black on. So, like, the colors have always unintentionally been there, the 4 of those. I just never put it together until whenever I was revamping every single thing I was doing, as far as like logos and things like that for Twitch and YouTube. And I was like, you know, what should my like look be? Like, what should my design be? And blah, blah, blah. And then I landed on like, oh, green, purple, and gold. Perfect. Yeah. And then I started to look at all my other logos and all my other Twitch streams and realized every single one of them minus one, which was black and red, the other 3, including this one, are all purple and green. And I was like, you were here all the whole time. Like, I was always here. Like, But yeah, apparently my love for purple and green has been a thing for a very long time, and I just never fucking realized it. Up until recently. So, but yeah. Technically, it is synonymous with her a little bit, just on the off side of that. I actually, do I have pictures? Oh, I do. Not pictures of anything in particular, but, I am going to be, doing a convention. I'm going to start doing I have to make all the announcements for it. But I'll be going to ToyTuber Expo. Not this Sunday, but the next Sunday. I think that's the 16th? The 17th. So on the, on August 17th in New Jersey, we're going to have a Ninja, or ToyTuber convention. So that's like for, you know, your action figures and stuff, because I work with Action Figure Fight Club, and I keep saying Action Figure Fight Club, because I work with Figure Fight Club, and I get to kind of booth around. So I did print off photos. I do have a Harley in here. I don't know how much of her I can show off, because some of these are definitely not safe for work, for sure. So if you are wanting to get hot, sexy photos of me, that is definitely the place to be. If not, I'm putting these motherfuckers up on my wall, bruh. I can actually show this one off, but like, we got some of my more cutesy stuff, but then also spicy. You got the spicy stuff. And then I'm probably going to end up being an Eva for the con. So I have a couple of Eva prints, some a little bit more spicier than the next. So, if you are going to be at ToyTuber Expo, be on the lookout for my booth. I can finally use my, banner that I've had for a long time. That one does have Harley on it. It's hilarious. Harley, Castan, and Scarecrow, which I feel are 3 top tier characters that I have. But yeah, so I'll be there, signing prints and doing that. And all of those prints, there's only one of each of them. So you have to act fast if you want those. So anyways, all right, done promoing. We'll get back into it. Sorry, guys. Gotta do that. But, ToyTuber Expo, definitely gonna be a fun time. I get to go into the city for a hot second. I really want to see a friend of mine, and I'm going to message her and be like, this is going to be one of those very hard, you know, we might not make it this time, but I want to go up and see her. I've talked about her before. She is an incredible photographer, and I love learning off of her. And with me having like my new, digi camera, I definitely want to shoot around with her and get some input on how to better my quality of photos and whatnot. So I love learning. It's now becoming a thing. I was actually looking at a couple of books to read, and I was like, okay, let's be realistic, Jen. Are you going to read? And I'm like, probably not, because I don't have time to sit down. And then I was like, all right, next question. You're buying the audiobook, bitch. And I'm like, that's not a question, brain. And my brain's like, exactly. So I have a couple of books, a couple of audiobooks I'm going to start listening to. One is about SW and our rights and things like that, because everything typically starts with, you know, SWs, with sex workers. And I, you know, since I am a part of that, I really would like to learn a little bit more, because we typically are the canaries in the coal mine. Whenever people, you know, whenever rules and laws and things like that are being created, typically they test them out on us and people of color. So that's pretty much how I'm gonna start my reading, and then kind of go from there and do like. I actually have a few up here that I just haven't read because I don't have the time to sit down. But like Surviving Autocracy, I know I'm saying that right, Autocracy, How to Be an Anti-Racist Strongman, and there's a couple others. On Tyranny is the other one. But I'm going to do those audiobooks and start kind of giving that info as well, because I was like, I really want to read and like learn and whatnot, not only for me, but also for the people around me that like either watch my YouTube or my Twitch or on my platforms. I like keeping people informed, and I am starting to really get bit by the like learning bug, which, man, that would have been so much, that would have helped me so much in high school. Oh my God. Like I was, guys, I barely passed, you know what I mean? Like I passed because of my charisma. Like I kept rolling nat 20s on that charisma check. Or they felt sorry for me, which is probably more than likely, the main reason. Also No Child Left Behind Act. Thanks, Bush. Couldn't have passed without you, bud. Thank you. So yeah. It's, now that I'm like learning things and really, you know, pushing myself to get more educated, and educate the people around me, it's hilarious to me because I never have been like this. So that's fun. You know, I don't know. So in the news today, there's always a lot that happens. As far as like, you know, your quick rundown of like your Epstein file stuff. Ghislaine Maxwell apparently said nothing bad about Trump and said, oh, I never saw anything, like, and I found out that the reason that she was moved from a maximum security prison, which apparently if you are a sex offender, you are automatically put into a maximum security, and that's where you stay. Apparently she was moved because she felt unsafe, which I'm sitting here going, all of us have questioned on how Epstein became unalived and the potential of like, you know, someone got to him kind of thing. Because truth be told, we're talking old, like, we're talking mafia shit. Like, Trump has been known in New York to deal with the Russian mafia. Like, that's always been, like, kind of the thing that all New Yorkers know, you know? And so it wouldn't surprise me. And so she's saying that, oh, I don't know anything. I didn't see anything. So there's nothing that's going to be there. And then on top of that, I mean, if she did say something, then there's, you know, she won't be able to do her appeals, which she's trying to do, or Trump will pardon her. Whichever one of the two will get this sexual predator back on our streets. Great. That's helping kids. Love that. Love that. But another thing that came out is there are photos now. There was already one photo of Jeffrey Epstein's like place before, but now this one says New York place. And it like there were photos of like him and Melania and Epstein together, like front and center, like not exactly center, but like in the front, like that was his best friend. It would be like the photo that you would have of you and your best friend and your wife or your partner, you know? And that's telling. There was also, oh my God, there were a couple of other people that were in there, like in the photo spread, like he had photo frames out, you know, like on a mantle. And there was that. There was also like what looked like maybe a black woman bride, like hanging down front, like holding on to a rope dangling in the middle of his like foyer. And I'm like, that looks weird. That looks weird. So I don't know. It's really fucked up. Keep talking, 64. Keep talking, bud. You help me. So you help boost me. So anyways, yeah. So that's weird. But yeah, so we're gonna see, you know, what Ghislaine says. Like, I doubt anything's gonna happen. I doubt anything is gonna get released, and if it does, Trump's names are redacted, so I guess all the redactions we can just kind of assume is either a victim or a pedophile. So yeah, there's that. He might be right, though. When's the last time I scooped the litter, did I? I scooped it. It's fine. Anyways, apparently, so now with the whole, you know, all the Republican or all the Democrats leaving Texas, so they're in Illinois, and the Illinois hotel where the Dems are staying, got bomb threat. So here, you know, these Democrats are now, like, I'm speculating it's got to be a Trump supporter trying to, you know, get on his good side. So that's what I'm thinking. I hope that they get him, punish him to the fullest extent of the law, do all that. Because, like, at this point, it's, like, the Republicans can't win. They can't win that they have to rig the system so badly. And now, just like little Trumpy poo, saying, like, oh, we're gonna get Obama. Guess what? He has presidential immunity. Guess who gave him that? You did. Look at that, Trumpy. You gave him that presidential immunity, you fucking beta cuck. That's what's up. That's what's up. And now he's complaining, like, the Republicans are complaining that the Democrats are going to gerrymander everything. They're like, they're gerrymandered everything. And I'm like, bitch, no, it's not. It's not. And the Democrats try to get all these laws fucking passed against gerrymandering states, against the census, because you're supposed to wait for the fucking census to come out and then you redistrict accordingly. And they're not doing that. And the Republicans always voted against those bills, and now they're crying about it. This reminds me so much of the little sibling, like, that punches you in the shoulder, and, you know, you punch them back and they cry to mom and they're like, they hit me. Guess who hit first, bitch? You don't like it? Don't play the game. Again, retire. Go sit on a fucking beach. Drink a marg, bitch. Eat some snacks. Go sit on the beach. Get some fucking tan on your ass. Like, come on. Get out of here. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't like the game that you set out and the Democrats are winning, because you guys, the Democrats literally haven't done shit until now, and now it's on, bitch. Because like all the Democrats are like, we're gonna gerrymander. Now, coming from Illinois, my ass was like, okay, this is how you gerrymander Illinois. You just cut off most of southern Illinois. You just stick it all as one district. And they showed the Illinois map. Governor Pritzker, he's like, and this is how the map is right now. And I'm like, he did it! That's what he had done already. Like, that's how Illinois is district, is southern Illinois is practically all one solid thing up until like Springfield, which is a very big chunk of Illinois. And a lot of those people probably stack up to about 10 people in, minus my friends and my mom, minus them. But yeah, southern Illinois, not a huge IQ down there at all. So they probably count for like 10 people technically. How many people do I know down there? We're going to say it's about 50 people have intelligence and then the rest don't. That should umbrella my friends back home. So not you guys or your kids. Everybody else though. But yeah. Yeah, so they apparently did that, and now he's going to do it again. And I'm like, get it, Democratic states. Fucking gerrymander the hell out of it, because my state, North Carolina, this place is fucking gerrymandered to hell, dudes. Crazy. Gerrymandered to hell. And we have to sit here and take it. Our state was one of the first ones to get, like, really badly gerrymandered, and like we didn't, like North Carolinian, Democrats didn't do anything. We just allowed it. And then we had like a Republican act like they were a Democrat and then switch parties and then vote for everything Republican. So like shit like that. Now, mind you, I've said that I would do that. Whenever I was like leaving the Republican Party, I literally said that. I was like, I really wish I was more into politics, because I would run as a Republican and then switch. She stole my idea, and that's why I'm pissed. And that's why she's not allowed to use it, because I was going to do that. Stupid bitch. Makes me so mad. Stealing my fucking ideas, bro. Yeah, I know it's not ethical. I knew that they weren't playing fair for years, and I've been saying that for years, that I would do that, because I'm like, I'm leaving this party. I know how unethical they are, and I'm ready to be unethical as fuck on the other side, bitch. Like, literally. So I've been always saying it, that I'm like, we can't play fair. They're not playing fair. I already know. I just left. Not fair. Can we, like, be a little bit more diabolical on this side? Like, to even the playing field, because they're diabolical as fuck over there. Yeah. So, coming from it, I knew that they were, like, cheating already, things like that, as I was starting to, like, kind of wake up to the reality of how they actually are. So yeah, and then another little thing that one of the senators was saying in the press conference today, with a bunch of lawmakers from different states, even North Carolina representative was there as well, speaking, talking about gerrymandering our state. But apparently the Democratic chair, the Attorney General in Texas told the Democratic chair to go back to China because he's an Asian man. And I was like, bro, that's fucked. So, like, if the Attorney General is saying things like that to another, senator, or another official, so you have that, like, that shows where their brain is. That shows exactly where their brains are. They don't give a fuck about minorities. They don't give a fuck about minorities. Of all of them. Because, like, that is just abhorrent. And he's saying that. And he's out here making laws in a majority minority state. That's problematic. That's an issue. That's an issue to the nth degree because of the fact that it is like, it's bad anyways, but like a majority minority state, you know, like, and he's saying that shit. Hey, Riles, how are you doing? Also, I love how that fucking MAGA dude just popped in and just left. I wanted him to, like, get the chat going. And he wasn't doing it. They're literally good for nothing. They're good for fucking nothing. Can't even troll properly. Jesus Christ. You gotta get into it until they like, get the ban hammer. Like, you gotta go off the rails, and none of them. So far, they've been like a -8 out of 10. Hey, Dan, how are you doing? Man, just, you know, why do you rub the cat piss under his nose? That's what I'm asking. I mean, to be fair, one of the litter boxes does need the full litter box change, so he might be accurate on that one. However, my entire place smells like sage because my dumbass allowed almost an entire sage stick to burn down. I don't know what what negativity I was trying to, like, get out, but I am telling you right now, my place smells only like sage. And then, well, I mean, to be fair, there was someone I've already talked about this on stream, how someone contacted me about a job and it only to be about them to ask me out. Fucking same thing happened today. Same thing happened today. And now this person's like, here's pictures of my kids. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Oh my God. Oh, my house is purified. Purified. Like a fresh snow. You know? No evil spirits in this house. No. Oh no. And I have, like, the windows open too, so, like, I unintentionally cleanse the absolute shit out of this place. I don't know what it is, but I was just like, this is great. Just, like, as at some point during my workday, I look over and some of the sage had fallen into the little candle underneath it, and the entire, like, little, you know, the little, like, mini candles, like the tea lights, that's it. It had filled up with that and was just on fire, and I was like, that's fine, because it's, like, in a contained thing, like, professional witch, I know how to do this shit. But anyways, it was contained. I was like, oh, I think I almost burnt out that sage. That's fine, whatever, it needed it, apparently. Didn't even care. I was like, no, it's fine. Yeah, that, like, went from, like, a sage stick, like, yeah, she's almost burnt all the way down, so, but yeah, I've been really bad about, buying things, especially for, like, witchcraft and things like that, and then never fucking using it, or, like, I need to burn this one down, because this is an older one, but it is the crappiest burn that I've ever seen in my entire life. And for those of you that wonder, I do purchase those from people that actually have their own sage, by the way. I don't think it's white sage either, because that's a big no-no as far as cultural stuff. Just a heads up, just an asterisk on that conversation before anything gets questioned. But the people that I buy it from actually have their own, like, little garden of them, of sage. I don't know how that even, I guess it's a plant, but anyways, yeah, and then they do all the roll and stuff. I think that that's the sage that I got from a friend, and I think that that one's from not a good place, but and it doesn't burn well either, so that should tell you something. Whatever. Anyways, I digress. Kaiju, how are you doing? So yeah, apparently saging the fuck out of the house because, you know, our country is in flames and whatnot. Yeah. So, I don't know if anybody saw, but tariffs on, India have now raised from 25% to 50% because good old Trump is angry yet again because they are giving, Russia money for oil, for gas. And I'm just like, this is hilarious. Like, you're pissed at someone for buddying, like, even just, like, doing an exchange of goods with Russia. Fuck Russia, for one, because Ukraine needs to be their own goddamn country. Leave it alone, Putin. Digress. But because they're getting that, and I get, like, there's no ethical place to get oil, okay? There's none. Not on Apple, so it's meaningless. Oh, so it's not on Apple. Okay, so the last thing that I heard, they were going to add the Apple products to it. So good to know, Dan. So, yeah, because the last time I read it was, that was in the contract, so they may have, at this point, shit changes so fucking fast, guys. It's not even funny. Like, it's crazy. Okay, so, like, for instance, let me try to find it, because I was like, oh my god, you've got to be kidding me, it's already, like, switched. Was it, yeah, I don't even remember what, maybe I didn't talk about it yesterday, and it was on yesterday's. Oh, no, it isn't. Okay, here we go. So, due process and states' rights portions of the Constitution were removed from the Library of Congress website, saying coding error. And that was Articles 1, Section 9 and 10. Article 1 is due process and habeas corpus. Section 10 is states' power and the ability of states to enter into treaties. And that was interesting. There was question on whether it was an accident or whether it was deliberately removed, but enough people questioned it and threw a fit about it that it's back up and running now. So that's, but it's interesting that it's those two specific things. So, like, to me, that it seems a little deliberate, because like, he's already trying to suspend, he's already suspending habeas corpus and doing whatever the fuck he wants to do, especially due process with, our, ICE agents going in, our fucking Gestapo. So due process has already been, like, thrown to the goddamn sidelines. And then, states entering into treaties. And with all the states having all this, like, very turbulent kind of times, like, it just seems that would, to me, it feels deliberate, but it could not be. That's me speculating. That's me assuming, because I've been on that side. That's kind of how they roll. They'll be like, they'll do something. They'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about. And we're like, it's right there. And they're like, oh, this. Oh, we thought you meant something else. Like, they love to play dumb. So it's one of those things. Apple smartphones are exempt from both the tariffs, set to take effect Thursday as well. Okay. We can have Tim Cook go hungry. Yeah. Right? So, yeah, it's crazy. So, hopefully, like, it stays that way, especially with smartphones and things like that. But yeah, like, see what I mean? Like, the news is just like, it's so fast. But yeah, so the articles 9 and 10 section 1 articles 9 and 10 are back on the website. So that's good. So hopefully it was just an error or coding issue on the website, and that's what was going on. And it just, happened to be those two coincidentally. So I always give credit where credit's due, or admit that that it could be a biased opinion on something, especially with something like that. I'm like, it's a little too close. So yeah, especially now, I don't know if anybody heard about LA, but DHS agents were going to a Home Depot in LA, and they were in Penske trucks. And there's a video of them, and to me, while this video was happening, my brain was like, bad boys, what you gonna do? Because it seems so staged and so like an episode of Cops kind of thing, like very like pro ICE agents, pro this and that. It seems such propaganda, but it's taken from inside this Penske truck, and they pull up, and it stops, and they open it up, and they all pile out, and it's like, it's so performative. It is so goddamn performative. And then they're like, oh, these people are MS-13 gang members. And I'm like, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't give a fuck about them. I give a fuck about you motherfuckers doing this crazy shit. Like, whenever I lived in Nashville, I had no problem with MS-13, and I lived in that neighborhood. Like, whenever you turn into, like, my area of Nashville, it was, like, tagged. It was full-ass tagged. Never had a problem. Everybody was wonderful in that area. Like, I never felt unsafe for a fucking second. So I'm like, what the fuck are you people talking about? I feel less safe with you motherfuckers, for you ICE agents, DHS officers, or whatever. I feel less safe with you motherfuckers than MS-13. I'm not worried about these motherfuckers. I'm worried about you. Because this, like that, it looked fucking terrifying. I can only imagine the chaos that everybody felt in that parking lot. Like, American citizens watching this shit play out. That's horrifying. That's terrifying shit. That is stuff that you'd see in a movie, not what you'd see in real life. And we're seeing it more and more and more as these ICE agents get all this fucking money. And, like, the fact that they're getting $50,000 sign-in bonus. Fuck you people. It's disgusting. MS-13 must be, they're all all contractors. Actually, my apartment building, MS-13 built that in a day. Yeah, all the time. Like, they're exceptional contractors. All of them, that's all they, that's what they actually do. They're just signing their work, it's so stupid to me. And then on top of that, it's like, okay, if they're a gang, which in LA, it doesn't even fucking, like, you can have 3 things that constitute you as a gang member. That can be, for instance, if I got caught in a gang, you guys already have a check mark now because you've been on my streams. I'm dead ass. Like, it can be something as simple as that. Now you have 1 check. So all you need is like 2 more, and that can be like, oh, you got caught jaywalking. 2. Oh, you have like you're following me on social media. Up there you go, third one. There you go. Like it's such a reach. All of the stuff that they were saying is such a reach. There was the gentleman that sings in Gangsta's Paradise, the song about how it like from Dangerous Minds soundtrack, the man that's this spending most our lives living it, that dude, he works as an anti-gang like representative. He got labeled as a gang member. I can't even make this shit up. Like, he got labeled as a gang member because he hit like 3 of the little markers. And it's like, okay, if you're in a gang, if it's actually that and not bullshit like that, then you prosecute them. You don't ship them off to fucking El Salvador or to alligator Auschwitz without any due process. If you want to have people abide by the law, then you should be abiding by the law as well. Like, it's so stupid. Dean Cain? Fuck. I heard he's a monster. Dean Cain signed up for ICE after he played Superman. Wow. That's a whole lot to unpack. That's a whole lot. What the fuck? Their side hustle when the game. Yeah, I know, right? Like, oh my god. But yeah, Dean Cain signed up for ICE. That's crazy. After playing a migrant. All right, Superman. What a trash human being you are. Wow. Wow. To think we lost other Supermen that were much better people. R.I.P. What the fuck? But yeah, I like, someone had said something about Dean Cain and how he's actually like a huge like MAGA supporter and how he's like not like not a good person. I was like, what the fuck? But I know some Superman cosplayers that are pieces of shit. So I guess, like, maybe it checks out. I don't know. Just throwing shade out there. I'm just throwing shade. There are some great Supermans out there, though. I have a couple of friends that are Superman cosplayers, and they're rad as fuck. But yeah, no, that's fucking crazy, dude. That doesn't make any sense. How you could be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna be Superman, fight for the, like, wrong universe, bro. You're in the boys universe now. Like, what is the dude obsessed with? Like, milk? Like, do you think that's what's going on? Dean, are you like the one dude from The Boys? I don't know his name. I just know what he looks like from The Boys. I don't watch the show because it stresses me the fuck out. I can't handle the idea of superheroes existing and them being pieces of shit. Like, collectively, all of them. I can't deal with that. I can't. There has to be a good meta one that's like, you bitches fucked up. Like, what the fuck? Like, I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. Hate it. So, yeah, I've only saw, like, a couple of the episodes of The Boys, and I was like, this is not for me. I can't handle this. And then the Multiverse of Madness came out, and I was like, I can't handle this. This is stressing me out. I hate it. And then whenever oh God, I'm not going to do it. At some point, I will go on a full-ass tangent. I'm doing YouTubes now. Again, oh my God. I can do a YouTube video about how the Inhumans got done so dirty. And then they give me Black Bolt on the big screen and they do them like that. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm fucking pissed about it. Fucking pissed about it. Angry. But at some point I might end up doing a video about how the Inhumans have been done dirty and they should have been like given better opportunities. Fucking Disney. So yeah, we're living in crazy times, but at least we're not living in that kind of time. We are finding out. I think I did say it yesterday that Trump is trying to basically take control of DC and like occupy it, like basically. And for those of you outside of the U.S., DC, even though the United States Capitol is there, they have their own mayor. They have their own. They're considered their own state. Just happens that, you know, it's kind of like the Vatican being in like whatever fucking city it is. So it's like two separate things in a little nesting doll situation. Anyways, I digress. So I found out that the reason that he's wanting to kind of take over DC is because Doge's big balls, or as his actual name is, Edward Kornstein. So we're going to call big balls Edward Kornstein, because that's his fucking name. But anyways, Edward Kornstein was a victim of a carjacking and posted on Truth Social a picture of him like bloodied up from like, you know, getting his car jacked, or he almost got his car jacked. Either way, like, there was a whole scuffle. And I'm like, couldn't happen to a better person, honestly. Just saying. Should have him a couple more times, bro. But what a piece of shit. That dude needs to, you know, shouldn't have even been remotely working for our fucking government. Should have never been a part of any of this bullshit. He's a child. A like 18-year-old fucking kid doing, you know, Trump and Elon's dirty work. And now Elon's gone. So like, I don't know. Karma is a relentless beast. Absolutely. Whenever you fire people for bad economic reports, you are influencing people who create the reports to lie and say that things are better than the data shows 1,000%. So now we can't even like trust any of the data that's coming out of our government at all. And I was also talking about yesterday how they're planning on burning up a working satellite that is feeding us intel on crop growth, on droughts, and more specifically on hazardous toxins in our air that we're breathing, including carbon dioxide, which is a known factor in climate change. So they're trying to burn up this satellite. And in my head, I'm sitting here going, is that because you don't like the numbers? Is it because you don't like the numbers? Because that's problematic. Because if it's bad carbon dioxide numbers, we're at risk. That's our air that we're breathing. You know what I mean? Like, if the numbers aren't good, like, at all, and he decides that, you know, oh, well, then screw the numbers, I'm not even gonna, they're just gonna not exist. That's scary. And that affects all of us. It's a bipartisan thing. It has nothing to do with like right versus left. Having breathable air, kind of a collective, all of us problem. You know? The last I checked, we all have to breathe oxygen and not, you know, carbon dioxide. So, yes, there's no crime statistics, so there's no crime. Exactly. Measles is at a 34-year high, and RFK is going after vaccines again. Yes. Absolutely. And as someone that has been in the healthcare field for as long as I have, it's terrifying to me to watch vaccine deniers and people that are denying the true science, because science doesn't give a fuck about your feelings. It sucks. I know. But it doesn't give a fuck about your feelings. It's there for, this is the number. Sorry. And the fact that we're seeing these parents not vaccinate their children. Working in the doctor's office, one of the last absolutely devastating things that I've ever seen was, she was barely almost a year old. I think she was 11 months. I think it was a girl. Either way, a 11-month-old infant that had a 100-degree temperature for 2 months. And if you're not into here's the opportunity. I'll tell you when to stop listening. Pull the earphones out. All right. And when I went to go draw her blood, her skin was coming off. Okay. You guys can come back. We're safe. We're safe. We're safe now. All right. To see a child have to endure horrible illnesses because your parent refuses to believe in vaccination and refuses to believe in just medical science, to the point where they allow their child to suffer with a fever and rash and, the other thing, for 2 months. And then our doctor was like, I'm going to be real with you. We're going to do this, this whatever treatment. If you do not bring this child back to see me tomorrow, I will be calling the state on you. And guess what we had to do? And guess who was taken from them? Both children. Because they also had a 5-year-old that was going to kindergarten who was vaccinated, but then they decided to stop. Or no, I'm sorry. He wasn't vaccinated. My bad. He wasn't vaccinated. He was not vaccinated, went to school, got sick, but didn't have a full, whatever. I don't because I wasn't a doctor, so I don't know, but it definitely rash of some sort. Could have been chickenpox, measles. I don't know. It's one of the things that kids pick up, but, they took the son to the doctor, got him fixed up, but the daughter was the one who they didn't give a fuck about. So it was a daughter. Yeah. And they just let her suffer and waited 2 months. They were like, oh, well, we thought that the fever would break. And I'm like, holy shit. To me, that's going above and beyond incompetence. That's being intellectually dishonest. You're being dishonest and it's hurting your child. So whenever people don't vaccinate their children, and I get if your child is allergic or whatever, but you're risking your child's safety and their life. And then on top of that, you are risking other children's lives that can't get that vaccine because they are, have an illness that prevents them from being able to have it because of low blood cells or low white cell count or doing things like that. It kills me to see that and see parents being dishonest like that. There are right-wing people who aren't a part of the cult. Exactly. Yeah. There are a lot of conservative values. Yeah, absolutely. The cult is the problem. Absolutely. At least these things used to be limited to compounds, not every, yeah, exactly. And like I've said before, and I'm getting a little bit more comfortable admitting it online, but, I used to be a conservative, for far longer than I really should have been. Did I like Trump whenever I was, whenever he first ran? Yeah. Yeah. Because I thought that he wasn't a politician. I didn't do any research. I just believed anything that was being fed to me. But other things I knew because I was in the medical field and I saw things happen and I was watching things. Do I regret my decision? Fucking absolutely. But yeah, like the science denying is going to hurt every one of us, including the people that are denying it, including the people that are not vaccinating their children. Like, we don't need to watch kids become, leave this mortal coil. We shouldn't have to see kids, die of things that are preventable, are things that don't need, don't exist. And now they exist now because, like, people like RFK in our fucking office telling people that they don't need to do that whenever he himself is bringing his grandkids into a shit infested swimming, stream that is specifically not for swimming. It is said on those, like, signs around there, don't swim here. This is not swimming. This is not for swimming. And he puts his grandkids in there. He just risked their health. Like, and I get that there's a certain degree of, like, you're allowed to have bodily autonomy, but I'm sorry, whenever you're dealing with children and the potential of putting them in harm's way, why roll that dice with your child's health? I'm not a parent. I can't even imagine what it feels like to watch your kid even just, like, skin their fucking knee. I lose my mind if that happens with kids around me, and I'm like, oh my God, are they okay? And I'm that person that would rush to them and be like, oh my God, the baby. Like, I'm too motherly like that. I give too many shits about, like, kids that aren't even fucking mine. And to watch parents just be like, what? Being able to talk about changing your position because of extra information can only help others. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and the good thing is like there are bigger groups than just I, as a single person. But there's Escaping MAGA, I think, is one of the people that he left the MAGA cult and is trying to reach other people to, like, bring them out of it, because it is a cult. If anything had happened to them, they'd play the victim. Yeah. Anything happens to their kid, they're like, oh, poor me. Like, no, I can't get behind that mentality. Like, I could not be a parent because that would stress me out. I would be dead within 5 years. I would be dead within 5 years from stress. Like, I'd give myself a fucking aneurysm year one. I would helicopter. Like, I'd be the worst fucking parent in the whole wide world because I'd be in my kid's face. Like, what are you doing? Let me see your phone. I need to make sure that you're not talking to any weirdo on the internet. Blah, 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 blah. Like, I know too much. I have too much information that I've seen and things I've seen in my life and out, like, with people close to me. Like, aneurysm, year one. Like, no way. Oh no, the inevitable consequences of your actions. I know. And it's, to me, I'm always like, it's fine if you get those consequences of your actions, but it's whenever it affects other people, and then if it affects your kids too, that fucking kills me. It breaks my heart because it's not fair. These kids don't have a choice. They're leaning on that parent for guidance, for doing the right thing, and you're not doing the right thing. It makes me unbearably mad with parents that do this shit. And I'm like, there are so many parents out there, or so many people out there, that would do anything to be a parent. And would love that child and protect that child with everything that they have in their arsenal, including doctors and, vaccines and checkups and taking your kid to go to the doctor whenever they have a 100-degree temperature as an infant. I just, like, but then you have these parents that don't give a fuck. And it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't understand the logic behind this. Any more updates on this Nazi disability registration list? So far, I haven't heard anything, and I'm really hoping that nothing happens with that. Like, nothing has came across my news sources as far as, have like putting disabled people on like a work list. But I mean, they have access now to our Social Security office. So I'm sure that they have the list, but as far as anything that's came from that, I hope nothing. I hope nothing is being played in the background, because like, that is such a vulnerable population. We're stripping them of their healthcare even more so than they already were. And then you're putting a target on their back. You have the MAGA candidate for, California out there taking photos of him smiling in front of Auschwitz that says work shall set you free. This is how you'll get a 0% unemployment rate. And I mean, at least with like the Nebraska, like that whole town hall meeting, and Mike Flood getting booed constantly, and then being like, if someone's 28 years old and they're not working and they're living at home, should they have insurance? And everybody's like, yes. And he wasn't expecting that response. Like, brava on them. But that's the thing, is like, we all deserve health care. And our disabled population didn't fucking choose to be disabled. And the thing is, with the disabled community, all of us, every single one of us, are one slip and fall, one car accident, one little tiny misstep from becoming a disabled individual. We are all, that's every day that we wake up. That is in the cards, baby. Whether or not you pull that card, it's up to God at this point, It's up to fate if you pull that card. These people didn't choose to be disabled. My God, if they were to choose, they would be like, please God, take this away. Like, I've had so many friends that are disabled and have fought tooth and nail to not only get health care, but to get their health okay enough for them to live a normal life. And I have two friends that I'm watching glow, just radiate, because they're finally getting their disabilities under some sort of control. And to watch them thrive and look happy for the first time in the entire time that I've known them. I've seen them happy, but not like this. We need healthcare. We need healthcare for people. We need to be able to take care of our disabled population. We have to. We absolutely have to. Elias, how are you doing? First of all, they came for the socialites. Yeah. Did not speak out for socialists. Yeah. Yep. That. Yeah. I was like, socialite. We should come for the socialites. The 99% came for the 1%. and not a fucking person said a thing. Like, yeah. Yeah. And that guy, yeah. Yep. The whole, yeah. Hey, Felony, how are you doing? Greetings. How are you? How are you? You're good. Agree with you. Yeah. Come over to the island. We'll give you it. Oh, man, I wish. Trust me. Like, that would be amazing. That doesn't fix the homegrown problem that I would inevitably, like, you know, sit and watch from the sidelines at that point and still report on it because, like, my God, like, the fact that Americans literally can't even afford to go to, yeah, thank you. The fact that they can't even go to the doctor, like the amount of times that I've foregone the doctor and things like that because I couldn't afford it. Like, I know that I have to go to the doctor soon because, like, you know, my insurance is going to run out. And I have to do everything like fast. That includes like I need to go get some dental stuff done. I have the weird genetic where like I have like receding, like a little bit of receding gum line on certain teeth. And I was the first family member to have all 4 wisdom teeth. Look at me go. Just winning at the genetic teeth lottery on that one. But whatever. So I have to like go and try to get that fixed before like my insurance runs out. Now I have to just deal with the fact that I'm not going to get paid for those days. Fucking whatever. Like at this point, like, fuck it. But like, that's the thing is we are all foregoing insurance because we can't afford it. Foregoing the doctor because we can't afford it even though we have insurance. Like there's a lot of things out there that's just like, pfft. So, oh, thank you so much, Felony. I appreciate you. I hope you're having a great day. Yeah, the CEO got murdered and they didn't connect. Yeah, and there was another CEO too of HCA Healthcare that got offed. And as someone that credentials for HCA and is probably one of the reasons why I'm losing my job in October, because for context, all like our entire operations are getting moved to India, so our CEO can pay poverty wages while, you know, having the operations over in India. Good job. So yeah, we do a lot of stuff with HCA, and I worked for an HCA hospital and they didn't pay us shit, so he can go to hell where he belongs. Cause yeah, they didn't pay their employees at all. In the hospital that I worked at least. They paid me almost nothing. They paid me less than Illinois and Nashville, and I was like, bro, this is such bullshit. Like, I had been working as a phlebotomist for, I want to say it was almost 2 years, and then I moved to Nashville, Tennessee, and they were paying me like what I started at my first hospital, working as my base pay, working midnight shift. Because since I worked midnight shift, I got an extra $1 on top of that. And then I didn't get health insurance because I got an extra like $1 pay increase on that. But they paid me my base pay. I think it was $13 an hour, and then or no, 10, and then I got 13 after not getting insurance and working midnight. So I was getting like $11 an hour, I think, in Nashville, working midnight shift and also not getting health insurance. Like, so I was like, yo, I'm getting paid less. Like, this is bullshit. The 1% are putting their army in place. Yeah, their army in place for protection. Yes, absolutely they are. They're 100% like trying to save their asses because they know people are pissed. Whenever Americans have nothing else to live for and nothing else that they can, like, you know, once we lose everything, I like, those people are protecting them. they're not going to help them either. Like, you can only take so much from the general population before they start to revolt. Do I really think that it's going to be a guillotine French Revolution situation? No. Probably not. I would like to see, them get their day in court. I would love to see them be stripped of all their power and money and it just redistributed throughout the general population. Love that. Down for a Robin Hood situation, but I don't know if they'll ever see like their day in court for all of the bullshit that they've been doing. It's just so much that they're not going to ever be accountable for. It makes me mad because the amount of workers in the 99% that bust their ass to try to make ends meet, to try to put food on the table for their children, get their children into just regular school now. Like, we're not even talking about college. It's crazy. We shouldn't have to struggle like that. A mom shouldn't have to go hungry to make sure that her child is fed. A mom shouldn't have to, two parents, shouldn't have to work constantly just so their child has food on the table and a roof over their head and clothing on their back. We're seeing parents lose all this time with their kids. I mean, a parent really needs to be there for their child. And they're busy working until they put themselves into an early grave. I don't know. Can you support 13? No, I couldn't. Venom. Hey, Venom, how are you doing? No, it's $13 an hour is poverty wages. I'm just going to go ahead and throw real numbers at you, because I don't care because I'm losing my job in October. Fuck it. So right now I make $20 and some change, doing credentialing, and doing a few other, things for my company. Right. I make, like a little under, I think it's like 39 and some, couple hundred or whatever a year. That is pre-tax. Take home is less than that. In order to get low income housing, you need, in the state of North Carolina, you need to be, 37,000 take home. So I missed the cut by $2,000. My rent is $1,200 roughly. My electric is like $100. My cell phone is like $120. Insurance for my car, I think my insurance for my apartment and my car is like 50, 60 a month. Water's included. Yes. So anyways, if you did all that math and you're like, okay, what the fuck? So I'm just like, so you have an idea of like what I deal with, just so I can be like, this is the reality of the situation in America. Cause I know I do have a lot of people that are from overseas that watch me. I love you guys. Hey Muso, how are you doing? You can't survive on that in Jersey. Yeah, North Carolina. But however, North Carolina is becoming increasingly more expensive. Most of the people in my area, or most of the places in my area, the reason that my rent is lower is because I've been here for a while. However, if you look at the average cost of a rental, and we're talking like the average cost on rentals that I'm looking at specifically, which I'm going for the cheapest options here, most of them start at like $13,000 for a either one bedroom or a studio. So it's she getting pricey up in here. You know what I mean? Anyone that says they're pro-life is, yeah, pro-Christian birthright. Yep. Because we're not pushing the quality of life at all. We're not. And yeah, sounds like a couple of us from Ireland. Yeah. Oh my God, Venom, of course. Like I try to be very honest and open. I try, you know, every now and then I'll have to like, you know, leave out little things because like I don't want people like, you know, calling SWAT, you know, and having my apartment swatted. That's a big fear of mine. But, you know, other than that, like I'm very open and honest about like anything that's going on in my life. A little too honest sometimes, but I want you to know the reality that I see, because there are going to be people, like everybody's view of like what they're dealing with in the United States is going to be slightly different, or, you know, vastly different depending on the area, the region, the thing like that. And I know that like overseas, like it didn't occur to me that the other countries are not the size of the United States. I know that that sounds really stupid. I know, but I kind of just didn't think about it until like someone moved the Texas state over like Europe, and I was like, hold on, that's how small it is. Oh, it's like, oh my God, like this is not the size that I was thinking. So yeah, am I afraid? I wish. I want to do a fursuit. I want my first fursuit. I know I'm gonna like go off tangent real fast. Do you know what is it called? Suicide Squad 2, The Weasel. I love Harley. She's my girl. But the second I saw that motherfucker, I was like, I must make a fursuit. And I must make the Weasel. So yes. The answer is yes. But I really want to make the Weasel as a fursuit because I want to walk around and be like, I just want to make weird noises at people. I want to go to Colossal Con, which is a convention that's mostly done. It's a water park convention, and the Weasel can't swim. That's a whole joke within it. And I want to go there in a string bikini on top of the fursuit. Let's get the picture right. And water wings and like a little floaty. Like I want that so badly. I want it so badly. It's so stupid. I think it's hilarious. You can deliver a fursuit for me. I'd appreciate for an actual fursuit. Cause like I want to make the Weasel myself because I want to try my hand at it. But the best part about cosplaying the Weasel is he looks fucked up anyways. So if I fuck up the fursuit, it doesn't matter. Big brain energy right there, bud. Big brain. Sometimes I have one, but you know. You wouldn't worry about SWAT. You're 100% on that list already. Dude. You're probably right. You gotta have like 3 jobs these days. Absolutely. You do. I will do nothing. Yeah. Very interested in the reality of the United States. Welcome. I'll tell you everything. I'll bring you around. You'll be like, Jesus Christ. America, they're not okay. They're not okay over there. Like, the child eating weasel. The weasel from DC, does he eat kids? Does he eat kids? I know that there was a joke about him being a werewolf, so I mean, like, they could. He could. I do have a Discord. I do have links on my Discord. Up to my Discord, johnsaywhat.com/links. that is where you'll find the Discord. Hold on, wait a second. Can I actually? You're gonna hear me clicky clack.com/links. If that is not the correct one, I apologize. I have no idea what I'm doing. None of my fucking mods are here, so. Oh, I was right. Hey. So if you want, I'm bad with Discord. I'm gonna be completely honest. We're trying. He did. Oh, okay. That he was a oh. What? Oh, wait. Wait. I think that they said something about that. Wait a second. Either way, I want to make that as my first fursuit for the reason stated of, A, I want to make the sound the whole time. Like, you won't get me as a, like, I won't talk to you. I'll just be like pointing at things. And then also so I can make a fursuit and not have the stress of it has to be pretty and perfect, that I can get it fucked up. So, and I mean, worst case scenario, you throw some perma blood on that motherfucker and we just make him look even more feral. So my bones already make that sound. Oh my God, give it time. You'll get there. No, my knees do. My knees do right now. He tried to protect kids from a fire. People saw what was happening and thought, oh, he was trying to eat them. Oh, that's sad. Oh no. But yeah, I will be completely brutally honest. My Discord, like, I forget it exists. I need to get better at it. I literally don't even see it on my phone. Did I take it off my phone? I don't remember taking it off my phone, but I don't have it on my phone, so I'll have to get it on the other one. But yeah, oh wait, do I have it on my thing? I might. Oh. Pending. Sure. Wait, is that? Wait, wait. Is the username the same? I assume. I think I got you. Let me know if not. I'm so bad at Discord, bros. Like, I am so bad. Like, I try my best on Discord. I'm gonna be redoing, you got me, cool. I'm gonna be redoing my Discord entirely. I'm gonna have my friend Suds. I'm gonna mod him and be like, if you have to archive things, archive them. Just, yeah. Yeah, Instagram, I typically... kind of both. So the problem with Instagram is the way that they have it set up is when I get messages from followers, I think that it's putting it in like a certain, like, because friends of mine that are like my personal friends, or like my cousin, for instance, that doesn't have a following, she'll message me. And even though she had just messaged me, it'll still be beneath the other messages of people that have like either bigger followings or, and by bigger, I mean like, 2K or something like that. It'll put like my cousin with like 100 followers beneath all of them, and then like put, my group chats, which I need, like, I love being in cosplay groups. I love being in group chats, but when there's too many of them, it's too much. That's why I think I hate Discord. Is because like everybody has a Discord and I'm just like, "Oh God, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing." Oh, hello. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, Crimson. Oh, okay, okay. All right, there we go. Now we're doing the thing. Hello. Um, but yeah, Instagram and shit like that is so weird. Go ahead with Discord because then I can actually see that you messaged me. I just don't have my settings on. Uh, Fun fact: there's all of my text settings are all turned to no notifications. Because A, I get overwhelmed as fuck. B, it kills my phone really fast, especially Discord. I had to have Discord on for like a couple hours because I was trying to get like information from the group chat, and my phone went from 100% to like 40% in like an hour. And I was like, and I wasn't even on my phone. It was just the notifications. I was like, oh my God. Not to complain, like, I just am always like, oh God. I know that we all feel it because all of us are like, various types of anxious about certain things. But man, the text thing always gets me anxious. So I have everything on silent. And then I just go to it when I need to look at it. Or if like, a friend and I are like going to grab dinner or something like that, I'll put my phone on that day for like whichever messenger they use. Like, because otherwise I get like, I would stare at my phone and just be like, I can't do this. I can't do this, God. So yeah, fun little fact, anxious little being over here. So, but I feel like we all kind of get that, about like chats and stuff. Meant to be the distance. Yeah. 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 But I do love being in group chats and stuff, especially like, cosplay planning group chats, because they typically are like, and then they dissipate or they, reignite during the next year. And they're like, hey, should we do this group again? And I'm like, yes! Oh God! Like, we did a Baldur's Gate group for, it was either MagFest or KatsuCon. Fun fact, if there's a body paint character or an animal character, I'm in. I'm gonna pick it every time. And most of the people that like don't like body paint, they'll bring me in to fill for the body paint character because they're like, you'll do it. And I'm like, oh fuck yeah. They're like, have you even seen this show? I'm like, no. And they're like, are you going to? I'm like, no. I don't have time, but I'm gonna cosplay it. And they're like, oh my God. So like they'll shuffle me into that. So Baldur's Gate, yeah. Oh my God. Baldur's Gate as a high clout influencers, yeah. Wait a second, what? Which? Oh, oh. Oh my God! Fursona stuff. Oh my God, I do love. Yes. You deliver first season. Oh my God, please, yes. Yes, because, fun fact, my, I guess I technically have a fursona, which is, Mariella, which, she's my, like, what is it called? It's not a furry, it's like the step before it, the smutty version, fuck. Neko girl. So anyways, Mariella is my cat girl OC, but, she is made to translate into my like white cat fursona. So yeah, I absolutely will. I just got like give me a, because like doing stream and that at the same time, I can't type and like talk at the same time. Give me a second. But yeah, so Mari was made for that, and then she was then her backstory really became a thing, and so she can be both. So she's both Neko girl and inevitably she will be my white cat fursona. So not sure why I always loved like the white with like a little bit of pink or whatever, but if money was not an issue, which state, country would you live? Oh God, easy. Appreciate. Okay. So if we're going I have to think on the abroad one. And it will be only based off of me just wanting to, like, go there. But I don't know if I would, like, okay, so I'll answer the first one. So as far as, like, America goes, New England, probably Boston. If money was not an issue, I would do anything to live in Boston, like, in the city. I love that city so much. It feels like home to me. I've always been a New Englander at heart. I've told this story where, like, I primarily lived in Illinois because that's where I went to school. But anytime I wasn't in school, I was up in Massachusetts with my dad, West Springfield, which is more western part of the state, so much more inland. It's about an hour, 2 hours from Boston. But every time my dad would take me to Boston, I was like, this is my home. Like, if I go to Boston, I'm immediately immediately going and visiting my ship, which is Old Ironsides. I want her. I'm gonna steal her. If the world starts ending, I'm going for that fucking ship. That's my ship. I really do. I'm in love with that ship. I am in love with that ship. But New England is just, like, one of those places I always really enjoyed. I felt a deep tie to it. I love old shit. I collect oddities. I collect antique medical books, from 1850. I try to get 1800 specifically. And all of that stuff just kind of, it's that antique look. And I'm just like, oh my God. So good. If I was to go anywhere overseas, my brain automatically goes Scotland or France, because my family's from both of those areas, even though my dad's side made a pit stop in Quebec, Canada. So I always say, like, those two places. However, I've literally only been to Quebec, Canada. So as far as it goes for, like, me going outside of the United States, I don't have a good reference point. England would definitely be on the list, but that's because, like, I love IT Crowd, I love Black Books, Spice Girls, British food's pretty banging, but I would put tahini on everything, though. I'm sorry. Like, their breakfast, like, traditional English breakfast, looks good as fuck. Like, straight up. Like, I would gain probably no weight going over there because you guys don't put as much bullshit in your food as we do. So actually I take that back. But, like, I would love to just see, because, like, I am inherently an American. I was thinking about, like, you know, oh, would I be able to live outside of the United States? And I was like, I don't know, because, like, I would feel really bad if I was doing those typical American things outside of America that annoy people outside of America. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be that person, and I worry that I would be that person, and I don't think I'm willing to admit that I'm that person by seeing it in real life, in real time, is going over there. So, like, I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, definitely Boston. Would love to see where I would be a good fit overseas. So yeah. You're trying to move to Ireland? Oh, fuck yeah. Irish food too. Like, now, if I was to go overseas, though, that would be so exciting, because I'd be like, oh my God, I'm going to do all this content in all these castles, like, figure out which castles I can go to, whether or not they're, like, broken down and dilapidated. I don't give a shit. Like, everything to me would be haunted. I'd be stoked about it. But again, I would be that American that would be like, everything's haunted, everything's beeping, just like with an EMF, like, beep, like, and then British people being like, can you turn that the fuck off? And I'd be like, oh, yeah, I don't know how to. But yeah, that was so silly, but yeah. A large number of liberal idealists took over Ireland and attempted to create their own utopian state. How long do you think it would be before someone declared war on them? Honestly, I don't know. That's something I don't think I've ever even thought of. Interesting question. I would like to think... No. It wouldn't? You know, I can't even... I can't even say that with confidence that wouldn't be, like, someone would declare war on them if there was, you know, that sort of utopia. Wow, I don't know, man. Shit, I don't know. Oh yeah, no, you can talk here too. Yeah, whatever. An example. Irish food, just boil everything unless it's a spice bag. Yep. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad that you're enjoying the stream. Yeah, I haven't made it in a long time, but like corned beef and cabbage is one of my favorite things to make. And now that I said that out loud, like my mouth is starting to salivate wanting that. Shit. I don't have a pot big enough for it anymore. Shit. Okay, that's it. We're doing it. We're gonna have to find a big pot, and I'm gonna have to make some corned beef and cabbage because that shit is top tier. Thank you for your... Oh yeah, no. Large American company, so you see a lot of suits. Yeah. Love to listen to American, which is not telling me what to do. Americans do try to tell, like, police the world, don't we? I know that you're talking about it in your company, but there's a reason why Team America World Police is a movie. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, absolutely. I will message you on that. If you like ghost hunting, they're planning a communities here that are into it. Oh, absolutely. Oh, I will try not to. I really do need to find out if I have, like, Discord on my phone. I thought that I... Oh my god. I found it. It's in my I don't use this ever grouping, which happened to have, like, my NFL app. Because, like, it's not NFL season. So I put my NFL app and my NHL app into the little, like, I don't use this right now little thing. And whoops. It was in that. So, yep, I do have it. I do have it up on my phone. I'm just going to pull it up. And I'm going to pull up the chat as a reminder. This is the shit I have to do, guys. This is the shit I have to do to keep myself on task. I have to, like, write things on my arm. Luckily, I'm ambidextrous, so I can write on both sides. I'm like, it's too many things. Wash it off! Like, no. But yeah, I always have to do, like, reminders and shit. And, like, I don't know why, but I always felt like that was such a, like, I was weak for doing that, for, like, setting reminders on my phone or, like, writing things down. And then I realized that that's weak to not do it because, like, my brain can't keep everything straight. Like, there's a lot of things I think about every day. So, like, you know, it's just the things that I've allowed myself to do as an adult, you know, it's crazy. Like, I've always, because I grew up in a household that was very, like, man up, but it was, like, man up everybody, and, you know, don't take weak ways out of things, which is, like, things I had to, like, unlearn and train myself to, like, not do. And one of those things, like, my stepdad would always be like, you just need to be able to remember it. And I'm like, fuck, dude. So, oh yeah, I have a mobile notes app too. I use that a lot as well. But yeah, growing up in a household with, like, a super country redneck dude, you know, cowboy sort of guy, we had, like, I want to say we had, like, 10, 15 acres of land, you know, had a little bit of a farm, no animals, but farm. And, you know, my stepdad would always be like, you need to remember that or else, like, you know, or I'd be like, oh, hold on, let me check it. And he's like, you should just know that. Like humans have the capability of remembering literally every single thing. Like, no, we don't have that. That's not the way we have We have paper to write down things. We have notes on our, well, at the time, not really notes on our apps or on our phone, but like, you know, we still had things to be able to like remind ourselves. But yeah, my stepdad was one of those people that was like, you should just be able to remember that. So growing up in that kind of household and that environment really took a toll on things where up until recently, I would not allow myself to write things down or not allow myself to like, you know, give myself the grace of being like, oh yeah, I gotta remember to do this. For instance, I totally forgot to take my fucking vitamins. God damn it. No, even my fish oil. No. Shh, elbow, it's okay. Shh. We'll get you fish oil soon. Oh my God. See what I mean? Like, things like that. My stepdad would be like, well, you should just be able to remember that. Like, those types of things and unlearning those behaviors and those, that kind of mentality has been, like, very hard to do. And I know I can't be the only person in America that has that kind of upbringing. I'm sounding like I'm appeasing a parasite attached to my arm. Yeah, my elbow. I don't know if I had tennis elbow because I didn't have money or time to go to the doctor. But I don't know if I had tennis elbow or what. But like, it hurt right there, all the like up through that section of my arm, and nothing was fixing it. And then finally I was like, a friend of mine was like, oh yeah, you gotta take fish oil, girl. And I was like, is that what does that? And they're like, yeah. Oh yeah, my little ghosty boy. During certain times of the year, because I have body paint, I'll use Body Color Cosmetics, and I'll white out the pumpkin and then replace it with like a what do you call it? Like a Christmas tree or an Easter egg or a cornucopia for Thanksgiving or like a turkey for Thanksgiving. Like, I love to do that with this tattoo. It became unintentional that was what I was going to do with this little guy. But yeah, he ended up, yeah, he's one of my favorite tattoos. He's just like, he's my little ghoul boy. My little ghoul boy. So yeah, it's one of my favorite ones. But yeah, the parasite attached to my arm is my elbow, and me begging it not to get tennis elbow again because it sucked. Don't do that again. Oh, okay, absolutely. I have it pulled up, so the second I unlock my phone, it's right there. So I got you. I'm trying my best out here. But yeah, I think I've talked about, like, I almost had my accent fucking when it's talked. About my ankle on my right side hurting, and then like my knees. So like I've been trying to take fish oil, and it's definitely helped with my elbow. Like my elbow hasn't hurt, no more weakness. My ankle is the one that like now has taken the pain. I think that it's all like all the pain has constantly like moved through my body and just has decided to sit in my right ankle. So it's, yeah. No, I have multiple tattoos. I have my gods back here, which is actually one of the cooler tattoos I have. But I have, oh god, we have Kepri, Bastet with her staves, Set, and then Anubis is represented right there. I have quite a few other ones. I got my side. Oh, you can't see. My sides done. Full sides going from like basically where my bra is down to my hips and my back. That was my second tattoo, by the way. My technical second and third. I have one on the back of my neck, which I never get to see, so you guys get to see it and I don't. But you got that one. That was my first tattoo. I started to fall asleep with that one. Come to find out, like, that's apparently a spot that my body is just like, oh, this is nice. It happens to be right where my arthritis is. Didn't know that. But I have, like, ones on my legs, but I don't think that I can even, like, lift up my pants to show. My newest one, You can see a little scarecrow that says sugar and violence. So yeah, the second one, the ones on my sides are corset lacing. So I have those tattooed because initially I was gonna get my back pierced like that, and then my piercing artist graciously said, "Fuck no, I'm not doing that to your body." And I said, "Why not?" And he goes, "Because they migrate out fast and they leave you with scars. I'm not doing that to you." And I was like, respect. He's also the same piercing artist that said, "I'm not piercing your eyebrow. You do not have the eyebrows for piercing." And I was like, appreciate that. He was very honest with me. He did every single piercing on me minus this one. And he was always brutally honest with me. And I appreciate the hell out of him for it. Because, like, he told me, he's like, whenever you get your eyebrow pierced and you fucking hate it and it doesn't sit on your face right because you don't have the eyebrows for it, he's like, you're going to take it out and then you're going to have a scar. He's like, I do have a belly button piercing. I used to have the bottom one done as well, but that migrated out. I used to have the girls done. Those migrated out. It was fun. Never again. Those never healed for me. Literally. Never healed. Like, if I took it out to clean it, I had to have a bar, like, docked to go through. And it was fucking painful every time. Never again. Like, I don't know why they did what they did. And that was something that my piercing artist and I could have never accounted for because every other piercing healed. So, like, I can take out my gauges and stuff. I can take out my nose ring for a couple of days. It's fine. But those, immediate close out. Thank you so much, Maria. I appreciate you. You don't want to depress you, but you seem worried about medical cost issues. Would you say that's a common problem? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for the tat. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I definitely feel so. Actually, no, I think I threw it out. I use seconds. Give me 2 seconds. All right. I'm gonna actually see if I have something just so you like have an idea. Hey Jay, how are you doing? I know that there's got to be something in here that gives me at least like a price point to be able to like give you an idea of like how fucked this is. Nope. ARP, no. But yeah, the stuff that my dad had to pay for, as far as his medical stuff went, it was a lot. Getting him healthcare was like, it was a fucking lot. Nope, that's Cleo's stuff. That's for my turtle. Not Dad's stuff. I thought that I had it. I guess I don't. But his stuff, it definitely costs, or it cost, like, medical shit just costs a lot. Oh, hey, here we go. Aha! So I have vision insurance currently. Just to get my eyes checked. Because fun fact in America, whenever you get your contact prescription, like say you go to the eye doctor, you wear contacts and glasses, you know, you're nearsighted like myself. You have to get a vision exam, then get a contact lens exam. That's a plus. So however, like, it's not fully covered, so you have to pay for that. Then you have to pay for your glasses or contacts, because your insurance, or at least mine, only gives me glasses or contacts. And this last time that I went, where I spent $91.50 for the exam after insurance paid, they gave me the wrong prescription whenever I got home, and I spent money on contacts and glasses because I couldn't afford to buy the glasses from the shop. Yeah, wrong prescription. Can't wear them. For whatever reason, they checked my glasses, said that I was a -7 or a -4. Nope. No, still -3.75, just like it always has been. And yeah, so I can't wear those glasses. It's great. I love it. I love it so much. It's fantastic. I have 2 pairs of glasses that are adorable as fuck. Can't do shit with them until I can get those lenses popped out. So I don't know if that kind of gives you an idea of like, oh, here we go. I knew it. Oh, wait, no. Nope, that's not it. Sorry. Nope, apparently I don't. Apparently I don't have a bill from his stay at the hospital. I thought that I did. I don't. But yeah, so all of that to long-windedly tell you, yeah, I think the reason that a lot of Americans don't go see the doctor is because of cost. Because it is exceptionally expensive. It is time, like, then on top of that, like, it takes a while to be able to, like, get to the doctor. Actually, good research moment on this one, but with me going to the dentist, because I'm gonna have to call and get a appointment, because I was saying earlier that, like, I've always had, like, a slight receding gum line on certain teeth, because genetics, it has nothing to do with anything that I'm doing. It's something that just happens. But they're gonna have to, like, do something with one of my teeth because it's getting so sensitive that it's like, I have a high pain tolerance, so I know it's probably higher than what I realized, you know, or what I realize. So we'll find out real soon, and I'll keep you guys posted on that, because I'll tell you guys, like, especially because, like, a lot of you guys don't have to deal with this. Lucky. But unfortunately, like, in America, that's the reality, is, like, how much we pay in healthcare costs, whether or not that's with teeth, eyes, because eyes and dentists, 2 separate insurance coverage, and then healthcare is another separate one. It's crazy. And then the amount that you pay per, you know, insurance, that's also crazy. I don't know if I even have, like, my price, because I'm totally fine with actually saying those numbers too, of, like, how much I pay for my actual coverage for my insurance and shit. Because I know I pay a lot in insurance a month, and it comes out of each paycheck, and I can barely use it because I have no time off. We're living in hell. Hi. Hello, baby. I love you too. Oh. Fun fact, if cats slow blink at you, that's their way of saying, like, I trust you, you know, I care about you. And I love you. Yeah. Oh, you're my noodle. Oh, I love him so much. I love him so much. He's such a good boy. That one cost me a lot of money with his last fucking surgery, though. Good God, bro. Worth every penny. Oh, yeah, it was. It was worth every penny. Yeah, it was. He is incredible. $10,000. Down the drain. Oh yeah, no, Leia. He's the most chill boy. He is the most chill boy. Aren't you? Yeah. He does go from 0 to 60 though. Which the vet, whenever he was doing his surgery and everything. Yeah, I do have a cat. His name is Bruce. He's over in this little corner. His brother is a turtle. He is in the other room. So if you hear any water noise, that's Cleo. He likes to rip the pipe down from the tank. And I haven't found a replacement that actually fits that pipe that he won't rip down. He likes to destroy things, Cleo does. For whatever reason, he just loves to break things in his tank. And so, yeah, it's been interesting. Now that I set like his new setup and I have a rock on his like basking area. So it's made out of like PVC pipe and like a plastic grate kind of thing. Almost every turtle owner has one. It's crazy. Has exactly this setup, but I put the rock on it so he can't move it now, and that has dissuaded him from trying to break not only the PVC platform, but also his heater. And the heater, there's no, like, it's perfect. He's not mad about it. Since I've redone the setup, he has forgotten it exists again. But he just likes to break things. I don't know. He just enjoys breaking things. Put the lotion. No. Cleo's always moisturized and unbothered. He's always moisturized and unbothered, my little turtle. I actually took him out and it rained a little bit. Because a fun fact, I'm a crazy person that has a pet stroller, which is great because like for Bruce here, he can use it in the winter, fall, very early spring. Otherwise it's too hot for him. Once he taps out, Cleo gets the stroller. So then Cleo gets to like go about the town, and he's a lot easier to deal with, bringing him to like breweries and shit because he doesn't care. He's just like enjoying life. And then he gets sun, like natural sun, not just his basking area. But yeah, he got to be outside during a little sun shower. And I was in an area that had like the fake grass, the turf. And so I took him out of the stroller and just like took photos of him, and so he got to enjoy his first like sun shower, and he was just excited and just was like walking around and stuff. Of course, I was like making sure that he was like, I had eyes on that man that the whole fucking time. I'm not losing my baby. But yeah, he got to see his first sun shower, and it was really fucking cute. Cause I even got photos of him with a rainbow behind him. And I was just like, oh my God, I love this so much for my baby. Cause he's never seen a sun shower. Cause I'd never had a stroller to be able to just move him around town. And it was a great day. It was a beautiful day. But yeah, so Cleo's the one that makes the water noise. That's that baby. I almost like, I've thought about like moving the tank here, but the whole setup is so exorbitantly large and heavy. There's no fucking way. Like his stand, I can't move it. It's so big. I can't move it. I have to either have help or have someone completely do it for me, because like there's no way. But he has a great setup, so that's a good thing. And it also doesn't match anything in here either, which technically neither does like the stand, but fuck it, I don't care. I'm not getting a new one unless I find one from like a nice thrift store or something. If like, because I'm not gonna, there's no way I'm not gonna buy a brand new like little thing over there. But anyways, I digress. But yeah, so Cleo's been able to like run around and stuff. Let's see. But yeah, so it is 7:14, everybody. It is 7:14. So we're gonna start winding it down. There wasn't like I said, there wasn't like a shit ton of news. Going through it because I mean, again, Texas holding strong, baby. Ooh, ooh. It's 7:14. Do you know where your kids are? It's 11 o'clock. Or was it? It's 9 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are? Like, that was such a wild, man, those commercials back in the 90s. Wild. Wild. Miss it. God, I miss the 90s. Because we're going to have to deal with all of... And Trump was still being made fun of as this, like, failed billionaire because he put 3 casinos next to each other. Who the fuck does that? Yeah, nostalgia. Oh, speaking of, just like a little, because you may know this too. I'm going to try to find it. But I used to play a video game on PlayStation called Medieval, but it was spelled like with EVIL, like evil. And it's about a skeleton named Sir Daniel Fortescue. I'm going to try to get the emulator so I can play it on stream like closer to Halloween, like during the daytime. Which will actually work out, I'm sure, for like my viewers that are overseas to actually like, you know, be able to see that. But that was a game that I played as a kid. It came out in 1998. Fucking love that game so much. And then my brain was like, you know, you can make that armor now. And I was just like, I might make a Sir Daniel Fortescue cosplay. And, like, very few people are going to get it, and I don't give a shit. But I want to make, like, I'm going to have to do, like, a half, yeah, the skeletons, yes. Yes, with the skeletons. That video game is so zen for me. That sounds so silly, but that was such a zen game for me. It was, like, the music, like, the noises and stuff was just, like, so like zen. So I'm gonna try to make the cosplay. I want to see how to, like, I want to try to make that like the head, but I'm gonna have to do it to where I'm gonna have to wear a balaclava or whatever, and do like the, you know, blackout, like wearing all black and then having like the bone on there. Like I need something like that for him, because like, what a cute game. What a cute game. And like, I've been trying to figure out what I wanted to do for like closer to Halloween, aside from like doing this kind of stream, because I think I'm gonna do like a fun stream every couple of days during the day, and then doing like, you know, my usual like 5 to 7 or that sort of thing, and do that. But I really want to get the emulator for playing that during fun. Ew, David. Sorry, Schitt's Creek. I don't know if anybody watched that show, but that's top notch if you haven't seen it. But yeah, doing like a little medieval playthrough stream, and kind of reliving that beautiful, like, adorable game. Like, it's just so cute. I'm gonna have to go through like a little bit of the game, because I remember certain parts I couldn't figure out to save my fucking life. So I was like, like 2-3 days later, I'm like, oh, that's how you conquer this part. But yeah, I think that might be the thing that I'll end up doing for the stream. And then inevitably I might make a Sir Daniel Fortescue cosplay, and I'm going to be the shortest, stumpiest Sir Daniel Fortescue you will ever see. And I'm okay with that, because I really want to like make his little like mask with like the one eye, and like, he's just such a cute character. He's so wholesome. Makes my heart sing. But yeah, what day? I'm like now scared that I'm gonna say I'm gonna be on tomorrow and then realize that it's Friday again. I've been doing that all week. I'm like, what day is it? Is it Monday? Is it Tuesday? What day is it? But anyways, I'm gonna jump off here. It's 7:19. I'm gonna get some stuff done. Get some food prepped and whatnot. You could oh, okay. Hold on. I'm gonna write that down. PSXN. See, I told you I can't really. I spelled something wrong. See, can't type and talk at the same time yet. We gotta click that part of my brain on. But yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna go do some meal prep, get some stuff done, get some edits done. I need to go through my TikTok videos and start getting those edited to push out. So, the Labubu with the Coke can, yeah. It's one of the Coca-Cola ones. It's super cute. I like how he actually is kind of like more holding it. I seen the Lafufus of this exact one, and they are not holding the can. It's like attached to their body, and their arms are out like the normal ones, like the ones I saw. I cracked up. Oh my god, cracked up. It was so silly. Oh, thank you so much, Leia. I appreciate you being here. Like, you guys are, all of you that keep coming back, I can't stress this enough. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Because I think whenever I was streaming before, I know because I was playing video games, I wasn't that entertaining, because I'm not good at video games, for one. For two, you obviously just saw me like struggle to write down the word medieval, and I started to spell evil wrong, E-V-I-L, and I was like, E-V, I'm talking, I don't know what this word is. You know what I mean? So like, I obviously can't like multitask like that. I wish I was one of those streamers that could talk and play video games and be able to entertain like that. I tried for like 2 years and couldn't do it, playing Dead by Daylight. So that really sucked. So the fact that like, back in that time, I only had like 1 or 2 viewers, and then that was it. And didn't really have like much engagement, and didn't really have like a community that I could sit here and talk with like you guys. So I just want to applaud you guys and just thank you so much for being here, for stumbling upon me and finding a little home here and enjoying my conversation. And I enjoy your conversations with me too, guys. So again, like I cannot thank you enough. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and being here and, having these conversations. And also a lot of you, great questions. All of you guys that keep asking me questions, keep them coming. I like it. It keeps me like having to think and do the thing. Oh, thank you so much, Venom. I really appreciate you. Who are you, Scyther? Who are you? Oh, thank you so much, Venom. I appreciate all of you guys. But yeah, we're gonna, hey Jay, thank you again as well. So anyways, I'm gonna get going, making some food. We got to get Nugget some playtime because he hasn't had any playtime today, and he's going to need it later per his requirements. So anyways, if you guys want to follow me on the other social medias, we're going to do the ending. The other social medias, hit me up at jennasaywhat.com/links. You will find all the links in those in that, so you can follow me anywhere. If you are on Instagram, please give me a follow. I am still trying to hit 11K on there because I've been at 10.9 for about 7 years, and it has driven me absolutely to the brink of madness. Anyways, I hope all of you guys have a great night. All of you, amazing. Thank you all. So yeah, I will be back on tomorrow at 5 p.m. Talking about the news, talking about bullshit, talking about life, the universe, and everything. So we put some links in your links. It's true. All the links. Anyways, have a wonderful night, guys. I hope you all stay safe, hydrated, well fed, and yeah, fuck ice. Anyways, see you guys tomorrow. Bye.